I think the main thing is not so much my setting boundaries, because I'm just kind of pushing people away and putting a barrier between me and them, whereas most people are yearning more for emotional connection, a loving connection. Most people want more love, but maybe they didn't get it in their families. Maybe the father wasn't loving, maybe mother wasn't, or they weren't with each other. So instead, what we have is our programming that we had as a child. And we will act according to that with other people in our lives. And if it works this way or works that way or one another direction or another. But it's really, I need to see where my programming comes from, and is it causing me to move toward a place where I'm more engaged in a loving way with other people, and they're engaged in a loving way with me. Because whatever energy I'm emanating according to my past programming is what will be taking over. But so many people think about this person's coming on strong, I got to set boundaries to protect myself. What we need to see, first of all, when they're coming on so strong, and either controlling or trying to get from me or something like that, I need to see that that's coming from some other place of neediness or fear or pain or deprivation inside them. It doesn't mean that I'm going to be able to fill it up, but it means I can have, instead of fear of what they're doing, I can just send them healing love and compassion that heals their pains and their fears that they won't get love. They got to be this way or that way, or they're going to miss out. That doesn't work anyway. But if I can see it for what it is, because basically, one quote I love that I read years ago is that people are just coming from one of two places. Either they're being love, or they're appealing for love. And so many people in our world are appealing for love because they had such deprivations as kids or in their families, or in their work situations, or wherever it might be, or their current marriage. And they're still trying to get. But that's not something that ever solves the problem, trying to get. We only have love in our lives by being love. And by being love, that invites love in itself to engage for people who are open and capable for it. Then we have a loving connection. But we forget that we need to start with ourselves, whatever it is we want more in our lives. I'm not to blame the outside world or others for what they're doing or not doing. But I need to see, how am I attracting that? How am I attracting what I like? How am I attracting what I don't like? What brings me more love? What brings me more rejection and judgments? And so I need to look inside myself, because that's where all the power lies. But we're not trained to do that in this culture. We're trained to think that something outside you will make you sick. Something outside you will fix the sickness. No, that's archaic. That's science of 350 years ago. We do the same things about our relationships. We try to think, I'll be happier if you're this way or you're that way. But we forget the change needs to occur inside me. And as we can do that, that's where miracles happen. Otherwise, we stay in a state of struggle and desperation and littleness and deprivation, ongoing, year after year after year.